One other thing that we do in our class, we do something called positive I, and this is something that the kids developed. Earlier this year, I asked them, when we were developing the other welcoming routine, I asked them, what else do you guys want to see? And one girl said, you know, my 4th grade teacher, she used to give us these little papers with kids' names on them, and we would watch them all day, and we would see the great things they were doing, we would write it down, and then we would give it to them at the end of the day. And so I made that a class job, so I have kids who at the beginning of class, they quietly go around and they start to hand out the positive I. All right, team, so here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna take a moment, give your positive I's, quickly clean up your tables. We're gonna sit right back down, and we are gonna start shout outs, facilitated by Eden and Victor. Ready, set, go. I also just like to welcome them with high fives and just shouting them out for things that we see. And then we have a routine at the end of class where the kids get to pass them out back to each other, and then we do shout outs at the end of class too. So it's a kind of a welcoming and closing routine that we do every period.
So who would like to give out a shout out? Josie.
Leah, because this is a real one this time. Me and her, we did a lot of work, and we were both the team captains, and I'm just proud of both of us that we were able to do it and finish it, and I'm proud of it.
Some students have started to save them and tape them into their notebooks and read them when they're having a bad day. I've also had to train students that really specific positive notes are what we need, because the last thing we need is a welcoming routine to backfire and totally crush the trust that kids have been building. So we did have to go over that at the beginning.
I would like to shout out us because this was my first exhibition since I wasn't here last time, but we all did a lot in the amount of time we were given, and we worked so hard, and now to see how it's come through and how we finished has been so amazing, and I'm very glad to be in your guys' class, even though it's about to end the semester. But still, let's have fun! Yeah!
I noticed in the beginning, students were doing a lot of vague, very vague comments, like, you're really nice, or I like your shirt. And so what I started to remind kids is that we have all this learning happening, and so what you could shout someone out for is just being a great listener during the conversations, or stepping up to shout out, or to share an idea. I've also, even just in passing, I've heard someone say, hey, I just wanted you to know that I noticed that you don't normally share out a lot, and you shared out 3 times in class, and I'm really proud of you. And I'm like, who are you, me? Those are things I usually say to the kids, and so it's been cool to see it go off paper and develop into just telling people what they see is great.